What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the 59th installment of Black Girls on Television. I think I'm not going to title them Black Girls on Television anymore, though, because for some reason I don't think a lot of people realize that that is the name of this series. I mean, if you guys watch it regularly, you do know, but those of people that are actually searching to just watch reviews, they don't know that that's what the name of the series is. So it'll still be Black Girls on Television, but I'm going to have to put the regular titles ahead of the Black Girls on Television moniker so everybody know what the hell, how to find me. Anyway, you guys, How to Get Away with Murder is back, and I was happy to see my girl Annalise. I tell you, I love me some Viola Davis. Anyway, you guys, let's get to it, shall we? So you guys know how the show does. They love to go back and forth between the past and the present and the future and everything. So I am going to try to put everything a little bit more cohesively and keep everybody's story together, all right? Easier to follow the review. Okay, so it starts in the present. We see Annalise, she's texting everyone. She wants them to come meet her for dinner tomorrow night. And when I say everyone, I'm talking about Bonnie and the Keating Five minus one, which would be West. Rest in peace to West. And then the next day we see Annalise at the restaurant with everybody. Laurel is bringing up the rear, and when she's getting seated, she wants to know what's all this for. Okay, we see envelopes at everybody's seat along with their name on it, almost like, placings for everybody at the table. It's all very official looking, and they want to know why they're there. And Annalise says, in due time. Now let's jump back between a day and a week ago. First, we see Laurel with her dad, okay, and she's fussing at her dad because she feels like he always lies to her, saying that Dominique was in town, and, he said, well, that was innocent enough. I just wanted to see you. I had been calling and you weren't answering the phone, and she was like, well, Dad, I didn't answer the phone because I was pregnant. And he's just like, oh, is it fine as Frank's baby? And she was just like, it doesn't even matter because I didn't keep it. I got an abortion. And please do not tell Mom. Okay. Daddy says, okay, I won't tell her. But let's take a selfie. I was just like, that's all we gonna talk about this abortion? Anyway, they get somebody to take their picture. Old sneaky ass daddy and old annoying ass daughter. Then we see Oliver and Connor, and side note, Connor, what about his new look, y'all? I was looking at him. At first, I didn't even recognize him. And then I was like, I wonder if I like this new look or not. I mean, he definitely looks younger. They got rid of that 5 o'clock shadow. I got the weight of the world on my shoulders look that he's always had. And he looks like he lost weight, and I almost feel like he got a little nipping and tucking somewhere. I mean, didn't his face just completely look different? But maybe it's just because he doesn't have all that facial hair and we can just see his face. But anyway, Connor is still a cutie. But yeah, Oliver and Connor, they're there. And Oliver, wants to get married to Connor. And Connor is hemming and hawing. It's clear that he does not want to get married right now. He gets the text message, the group message, telling them to come to dinner the next day. And he's just like, I gotta meet Annalise. You can tell he doesn't want to go. Oliver was like, well, we could go elope. Okay, you ain't got to show up at all. But there's no way that you can stand up Miss Annalise's invitation to dinner. Connor will be going. Then we see Michaela and Asher. They're out buying a mattress. So their relationship is still on. I love them together, even though I know a lot of people don't. Okay, she's so fucking intense. It's nice to see that he is like the yang to her yin. Okay, and that he, kind of can relax her up a little bit, the comedy relief. While they're there at the mattress store, though, they both get text messages again from Annalise, come on to dinner the next day, and he was like, well, maybe this is a good thing. Okay, maybe she didn't go to jail. And Michaela, Debbie Downer, she was like, or it could be, the last supper before we all go down. Then we see old Fine Ass Frank and Bonnie. Side note, we know that Bonnie and Fine Ass Frank are together in real life. They are a cute little couple, okay? I tell you, that Fine Ass Frank, though, I just wish he would get all his gruff and beard magic back, but he's still Fine Ass Frank. Anyway, he's showing her a new office space that he has found for Annalise and Bonnie. And Bonnie's like, I don't know, we don't even have the money yet. Annalise still doesn't even have her license. She's got to go to court. We can't afford this. And he was like, don't worry about it. I got it all covered. And she was just like, that is not the way to win Annalise back. And he was just like, well, anyway, what you doing tomorrow? Let's go to dinner. She's, oh, I can't go. I got to go to a dinner with Annalise and the kids. Fine Ass Frank was not invited, but he's like, that's okay. I'm going to get back on her good side. It's just going to take a little time. And I'm about tired of Fine Ass Frank feeling like he has to live his whole fucking life for Annalise. Okay, enough is enough. And then lastly, Miss Annalise. So we see her on the plane, and she is going to visit her mother. She meets a gentleman by the name of Desmond, and Desmond is interested. But it's, some lighthearted flirting, very casual. I didn't even think Annalise was paying much attention to him. When she gets to her mom's house, her mama is happy to see her. She's happy to see her mama. It's just a beautiful thing. All right, they sit down to dinner, mama, daddy, sister, and Annalise. And they're discussing where Annalise is going to live and where she's going to work, considering, her house burned down, her office burned down. Okay, she ain't got none of that no more. And Annalise was like, I got some options. I'm going to get some money, and they're going to give me a pretty little bit. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, mama, while we're talking about this money, I think maybe we should go down to the memory care center tomorrow. Just get a little look around. Just see what you think. Okay, daddy like, oh, here we go. I've been taking care of your mama with no problems. You just trying to start problems in the house. And Annalise was like, yeah, you taking care of her all right. You ain't did nothing but put a damn bell on the door. That is not going to keep her safe. So, they start arguing back and forth. Mama, just look around. You ain't got to make any commitments. And mama was just like, you know what? You got your damn nerves. Okay, you got people dying around you left and right. And you all worried about me? Don't even try it, Miss Annalise. Okay, mama gets up from the table and she walks away. Like, if you're going to come here for that, then you don't need to come at all. Later on, while Annalise is trying to make amends with mama, she gets a call from Bonnie, and Bonnie was like, bad news. Looks like your sister-in-law is holding up the money because she is contesting who is the true owner of the house. So now we don't get no money. Everything is frozen. Well, now there is some stress in Annalise's life. She wants to help her mother. She's looking around. I said, ooh, Annalise, the girl, don't get drunk. You know how you do. Okay, so she's trying to find a AA meeting in the area, and then she reaches in her purse and she see old Desmond and slipped her his number in her purse. Okay, old Desmond was smooth with it. Was that his name, Desmond, y'all? Next scene, we see Annalise. She's at the hotel. She meeting old brother Desmond at the hotel in the lobby. So he sees her and he says, oh, you want to get a drink? And she was like, I didn't come here for no drinking. I was like, well, Annalise, you only fast. That's my Belizean accent. So they go to the hotel room. They get the show on the road. They kissing, they taking off little garments and everything. And while she gets on top of him, the damn phone starts to ring. And he stops. He got to go answer it. It's his daughter. He in the other room talking to her. And Annalise, gives her a few little seconds to realize that she tripping. And why the hell is she here with this man? And she's just like, ugh. All right, he done fucked up the mood. So she putting her clothes back on. And when he get off the phone, he's like, no, it's nothing. And you don't have to worry about it. You ain't got to go. And she was just like, I got to go. He was like, Bonnie, please don't leave. And she was like, my name is Annalise. Why are you getting mad at him when you gave him a damn fake name? Was it Bonnie? I was like, did he say Bonnie? So she leaves the hotel and she take it on back home and opens that door. And that bell did ring quite loud. I said, I guess daddy had a point. She trying to sneak in and so that nobody can hear her. So she go to bed and it's the middle of the night. She's sleeping sound, and her mom comes rushing in there, and her mom is all frantic, like, oh my God, we got to get out of here. Clyde is here. We got to get out of here. We're going to burn the house. And first, Annalise was like, what? She jumps up, and, she just waking up, so I don't know what the hell going on. And she goes out, and she rushes and looks, checks on the house. Her sister and everybody is fine. She says, Mama, stop. This is the Dementia talking. And when she says that, the mom stops. And then when you look on the floor, you see that the mom has soiled herself, had peed on herself. And it was just so sad. So then Annalise has to bathe her mother. And this scene was so touching to me, you guys. I'm going to get all choked up. But they have such good chemistry together, I think. And just seeing her and her mom and her bathing her mom and just putting her new clean pajamas on. And, it was just touching to me. Let me move on because they were singing like childhood songs that they used to sing when Annalise was a child, and her mom was just like, see, I ain't lost my whole mind. I just was like, oh, this is so touching. But anyway, the mom says, how about we go down and look at that center tomorrow? They go down and look at the center, though, and the mom ain't feeling it. I mean, it's a whole bunch of elderly people, and a lot of them may be sickly, and everybody's just kind of just sitting around, and it's not a good look. The daddy is fussing, like, this don't make no sense. You trying to put her in here, and it's $5,000 a month. Okay, I've been taking care of her just fine. And Annalise was like, yeah, exactly. That's why she was talking about burning the house down last night. You ain't taking care of her, okay? She needs more help. And so then daddy says, well, you know what? The only reason why she going through all this is because you're here. She don't talk about burning no houses. She don't talk about Clyde, none of that until you show up. So they start up with the arguing again, and mama come and break it up. Both of y'all shut up. You know, she is the referee between the two of them. When Annalise gets back home, she's feeling guilty. She's laying in the bed with her sister, and her sister was like, don't feel bad. You don't have anything to do with her starting talking about the fire and Clyde and all that. That's just how dementia works. Annalise was like, yeah, well, you know, I don't even have the money. And the sister was like, what? And she was like, I don't have the money. My sister-in-law is suing me. I was drunk when the house burned down. I had a high alcohol content in my system. I might lose my license. I might get disbarred. And the sister was just like, girl, I get we all been drinking, so don't feel bad. But to relieve her guilt a little bit, she has a talk with her mother, and her mother was like, listen, Annalise, it's just time we finally face it, okay? I'm losing my mind slowly. Some days is good, some days is bad, but it's only gonna get worse. And you just need to accept that. You know, Annalise was like, it doesn't have to always be that way. And she was like, it's going to always be that way eventually. Look, Annalise, you have lost so much. I don't want you to lose anymore. I want to protect you from losing anything else, okay? So you just let me go. Let me lose my mind slowly. And you just worry about yourself and making sure that you're okay. Again, very touching story, because Annalise was just like, you could just tell she was holding on to her mom. Oh, you guys. Okay, next day it's time for Annalise to leave. She sees her dad is working on the door. Is that really her dad? I keep saying that, but I'm not quite sure. I think it is, and she just don't like the nigga. Anyway, he's at the door, and he's working on the bell. He was like, I know it's not much. I'm changing the lock. She don't have a key, and that's the best I can do. And she was just like, listen, it's all on you. I'm going to leave her in your hands. You take care of her. Make sure she stays safe. I better not hear anything other than that. And so she's leaving out, and he turns around, and he's like, oh, I can't take it no more. I'm sorry for what Clyde did to you. And you can tell, even underneath that tough-ass, mean exterior of Annalise, that did touch her. That meant something that he said that. But she recovers quickly, and she tells him, I will text you when I land. Now, this is when we catch up to the present. We see Annalise text the group text message telling everybody to meet her for dinner. Then we see Bonnie and Annalise at the hearing, the probation hearing for Annalise, and it ain't looking good. One of the men on the panel is saying you had a high alcohol content in your system. You were on probation. You were not supposed to drink. Somebody else reminds her that you told me specifically if I get caught drinking again that I am to take away your license. Do you remember that? And Annalise says, I do remember that, but I'm just begging that you guys give me another chance. I mean, I lost my house, I lost my husband, I lost my business, I have lost everything. I promise to you I won't do it again if you guys just give me another chance. So then we're at dinner, and like I said, the gang is all here, okay? And again, why are we here? Annalise said, well, I had my probation hearing today, and I got my license back. You know, I'm back in business, okay? So Asher was just like, oh, shit, well, then this is a celebration, you know, bottles. Laurel then chimes in, oh, I'm not going to be drinking because I'm having a baby, okay? She rubbed her stomach, and I was just like... It gets on my nerves. You know, and everybody was just looking like, girl, you ain't really trying to have that baby, are you? But whatever. I felt real bad for Annalise. You know, she could tell she was sad about that baby, but she got over it. And then she tells everyone, well, the reason why we're here is those are you guys' recommendation letters. I am going to let you guys all go, be fresh and free and prosper. And you would think that they would all be happy with that, but nope, that's not what they want. Okay, Michaela was just like, you got your fucking nerves. Okay, I came here to be you, and now you trying to send me away. You don't get to tell us when you done with us and when we done with you. Connor was just like, wait a minute, what you getting all mad for? I thought this is what we wanted, but it ain't what Michaela wants. Okay, she pissed off. She picked up the bottle and she says, I hope you have a terrible rest of your life, and she storms off. Asher got to go tend to his old stressful ass girlfriend, but he does tell Annalise, maybe you don't need to invite us all out to dinner to dump us. So he goes off after her, and then Connor was just like, well, I guess I better go too. And Laurel had then already walked off. You know, she was over it too. So then it was just Bonnie and Annalise at the table, and Bonnie was just like, this is going to be the best for them. And then all of a sudden you see Annalise hand Bonnie her letter as well, and you know, Bonnie's all taken aback, and she was just like, Annalise, you don't have to do this. But Annalise does have to do that, and so she leaves Bonnie at the table by herself. Then we see Annalise. She goes and finds her a new dark and dank and depressing and dreary apartment to rent for a month. It's just like, bitch, ain't no damn windows in there, child. I mean, it's that same kind of decor from where her house was. I was just like, why everything ain't got to be so dark and dreary all the time. At the same time, all the kids and Bonnie are reading their letters of recommendation, and they're all glowing recommendations. Again, you would think that they would be happy, but Michaela is not. Okay, fuck that bitch. Oliver was telling Connor, well, at least you got a letter. I didn't even know I was fired. As far as that proposal, Connor tells him, yeah, I want to do all of that with you in the future. I love you, yada, 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 but let's not do that right now. Let's just wait until we're ready. Okay, Oliver seems to be happy with that. Laurel gets a text message from her father. He sent the picture that they took together to her, and it says that, you know, I love you in Spanish, and she texts him back and says, why did you kill Wes? And then she thinks better of it and she doesn't send it. Instead, she just says, love you too. And then we see Bonnie. She's down where the prosecution is, and she bumps into real nice Nate. I was like, ooh, there he go, y'all. He was just like, what you doing here? And that's when the door opens and DA Denver invites her in. And, you know, Nate is looking like, what is all that about? I said, Bonnie, girl, you ain't that throwed off that you got to go all the way to the other side? What this about? And lastly, we see Annalise. She is meeting with her counselor. It's mandated by the court that she goes to counseling. He tells her, look, demands are you can't drink and you have to show up. Okay, can you do that? Yep, I can do that. Are you nervous? Nope, I'm not nervous. I just want to get better. Then the story jumps to 3 months in the future. Okay, we see that very same counselor rushing into a hospital, and he meets up with Fine Ass Frank, and he's like, is everything okay? And then they rush into a room, and who's in the bed but that old pitiful ass Laurel? I said, this bitch always getting hurt. What's wrong with her now? And he's trying to calm her down. You gonna be okay? You gonna be okay? And she was just like, where am I? Okay, where's the baby? Where's my baby at? Where's my baby at, Fine Ass Frank? Where's my baby? And he's trying to calm her down, and she's getting more and more frantic. Where's my baby? Where's my baby? I said, where's the damn baby, you guys? And that's how the show ends. What did you guys think for a season opener? It was okay. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I got a meeting that I got to be at it too, child. I'm telling you, this budget. Oh, I'll be so glad when this shit is over. Anyway, you guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.